of the Pleiades. Walks in beauty like the night, oh, that is best, dark and now lost to me. I'm only trusting the northern star. That's the only point that's fixed. I once believed in love. Even love cannot bridge this rift.
You can advertise your business on Night Dreams Talk Radio, and you will be heard worldwide. Why not contact us at nightdreamstalkradio@gmail.com.
Do you have a paranormal story you want to share on Night Dreams Talk Radio? You could be a guest. Email us at nightdreamstalkradio@gmail.com.
Night Dreams Talk Radio, After Dark, wants to give a big shout out to all the truckers that listen to our show. Night Dreams Talk Radio Network brings you the World Paranormal News with James Creechbaum. Now, the latest news.
I'm James Creechbaum with the Paranormal and World Changes News. Well, a mystery aircraft has been spotted on the runway near Area 51. A number of unidentified aircraft have been spotted next to hangars in Tonopah Test Range Airport in Nevada. Now, what has the U.S. Air Force been flying out of Tonopah in more recent years? These are all good questions. Hopefully something more will turn up about this. Well, Africa, it's unveiling its massive alien hunting antenna network. Thousands of engineers have been hard at work on this gigantic intergovernmental radio telescope network called the Square Kilometer Array, or SKA for short, which will be so large that it will span 8 countries in Africa. Also, an enormous cylinder UFO has been filmed over the sea in Wales. This is it looks very convincing video of this. It's I guess a cigar shape, I guess you could call it. A guy was fishing on a camping trip in Wales on December 12th when he saw a huge object hovering over the sea on which he wanted to film it, and he got a good film of it. Again, it looks like a cigar-shaped UFO, for lack of better words. Also, an escaped alligator spotted crossing the street in Montreal's Villeray neighborhood. It escaped from the pet handlers, and they actually got it filmed going across a snowy, cold road in Montreal. Also, an incredible object spotted in the sky above Kelowna, Canada. Now, this, again, it's a UFO, but I got to tell you, it looks a lot like the USS Enterprise. I suppose it could probably be a piece of space junk. It does look man-made, therefore could it be something U.S. from the U.S. Space Force that they're testing? We don't know. Again, look, it could be anything. Maybe space junk. We don't know. A new theory suggests that we travel to parallel universes when we dream. Well, that explains a lot. Anyway, our next news break will be at the top of the hour.
Coming to you from some far point station, like a cosmic tumbleweed, both north and south of the Pleiades. Here's your host, Gary Anderson.
Boy, I was just waiting for that thunder to get gone by. Do you know we've had a major rainstorm here down at the compound up in Washington State? We've had 3 days of heavy rain, Category 4 rain, tropical rain. I tell you, the horse pasture now looks like a lake. I mean, it's been coming down so hard, and we got another night of it before it starts tapering off. This is like the heaviest rain we've had in a couple years. It made up for all the summer of lack of rain. All came down in the last couple days.
Phew. Sounds like you really been getting a lot of wet stuff. We really haven't got much here. A couple dustings of snow, and that's about it here. But actually, it was a heat wave today. It got almost to 38 degrees.
Oh, wow. You know what, though? It's better than having snow. Could you imagine what it would have been like if that rain that we've been having and still having would have been snow? That would have been really, really bad. Well, right now we're trying to get Jack on the line here, and he's not answering. So...
Yeah, he should be expecting your call, though. I just talked to him just a few minutes ago.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Jack. This is Gary at Night Dreams Talk Radio. How you doing?
Yeah, Gary, how's it going tonight?
I am doing good. I'm trying to figure out if I need to get swimming trunks on, because we've had 3 days up here at a compound of heavy rain, Category 4 rain. I tell you, my horse pasture, it looks like a lake.
I don't know if that's good or not. Yeah, oof. Yeah.
Not if you were horses and goats. I can tell you, no, it's not.
That's a good point. Oh, Lord.
Well, Jack, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing okay. I had a little bit of trouble tonight. My furnace gave me some problems tonight, so I had to do a repair on that. As you guys know, over here it's been a little bit chilly, too. So not much rain, but snow. A good lot of snow. Yeah, so I took care of it, and that was just a couple hours ago. So it's the way it is. It's winter time. Furnaces like to go on the fluke once in a while.
Yeah, but my furnace quit working about 7 years ago. They came out and they said, you know what? You need a new furnace. And our house is like 6,000 square feet, upper and lower.
Wow.
And I go, well, how much is it? And then they said how much it was. You know what? I bought these little infrared little heaters, and they heat the house up fine. Because the house was electric heat. We don't have gas here, and we don't,
Oh.
So, I mean, it saved me a lot of money.
Oh, yeah. Electric heat's very expensive, so, it makes it even 10 times worse. So, natural gas or anything else. But, it's, you got to heat your house the way you can afford to, Sometimes these places want way too much for stuff, just way too much, so.
Yeah.
So.
Well, anyway.
But I fixed my own, too, so.
Yeah, well, you know what? I've been around electronics all my life, but that's working on radio equipment and stuff like that. When it comes to working on an electric furnace, forget that. Yeah. I mean, I got zapped one time with 220, and that was enough to...
Ooh, yeah. That'll wake you up right away.
Yeah. Well, Jack, why don't you tell the listeners a little bit about yourself and what got you into ghost hunting and et cetera?
Okay. Well, if anybody hasn't seen me out there, I've been on quite a few different other TV shows. I get an interesting mix. I've been on started off a Paranormal Survivor, and then was on Haunted Case Files. I've also been on Haunted Hospitals. We got A Haunting. What else? We just finished filming. It was filming early this year. We filmed My Worst. Was it My Worst? No, not My Worst Nightmare. I did film that too. That's another one. I filmed The Worst Nightmare, and I think the other one is called My Paranormal Nightmare, something like that. Anyway, so I keep getting into all these nightmare ones lately. So we did quite a few of those. I think we're going to maybe be doing something else coming this year. So, and let me see. Oh, the most interesting thing I've done actually that I've been wanting to do for many years, and I got to do it this past October, was teach my own paranormal 101 course at my local college, using my own book as the text for the course. And that's just called Paranormal Research 101, and we cover a lot of different things, including like talking to spirits, working different types of equipment. We also talk about spiritual protection, which is having your strong faith in whatever it is you believe in, and and using prayer and stuff to protect yourself with when you're out there investigating. Most people who know me, we know that I do a lot of residential cases. That's our big focus, is residential. We do some historical sites as well. We don't do too much with like the well-known, haunted places. We don't really spend too much time going to those places. We go once in a while to one or two places if we have the time, just to go and have some fun ourselves and try to communicate with the spirits in those locations, like Rolling Hills or Hinsdale House or places like that. So that's what I've been doing. I also my full-time job, which I do, is for the Department of Defense here in the United States. So I do that. I've been doing that for 35 years. It'll be going on 36 this coming June. So that's been my full-time job. And I'm for them, I'm what we call a mechanical engineering technician. And we work on the different weapon systems and designing them and testing them. And for the large caliber cannon stuff, that's what I do for a living. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah. It kind of ties into what we do with the paranormal in regards to equipment. Like a lot of the different things we use to investigate with, EMF meters, thermal imagers, stuff like that. We use it for other purposes, for testing different weapon systems and stuff. So I get to be around that equipment all the time. So,
well, does it
get a better feel for what they're really for, why they work for what we're trying to use them for investigating.
Well, Jack, doesn't you, when you see a piece of new equipment, in the government office and you look at it, doesn't it sometimes, I need one of those for ghost hunting.
Yeah.
I got to go buy one. I got to go buy one. I got to buy that.
It does cross your mind when you're sitting there looking at it going, how can I use this to investigate with? Hey, borrow this for the weekend, boss. I'll bring it back. I'll bring it back on Monday.
I got to ask you a question, Jack. I've been doing this for a lot of years. I got in 76 when I first started doing broadcasting. And, lately I've had some guests, which I wouldn't even bring them on the show because I do a pre-interview with a lot of guests, especially ghost hunters or mystics or mediums and stuff like that. It seems like a lot of them, like I was mentioning earlier on the show, I had this one group come on, and I find out they kind of misled me. They had this website, they had everything looked so legit, and then I got them on the air, and I said, well, how many investigations have you done? And they came and said, one. And I said, what did you do? They went into somebody's house. They even had the nerve to charge the people $800 to cleanse the house. But their whole thing is, when they were on my show, and I cut them off after about 20 minutes, I just couldn't go any longer. They kept saying, well, we want to get picked up by a cable channel.
Now, they're all about the TV stuff. Okay.
Yeah, all about the TV. I mean, how could they be a ghost hunter if they only done one study?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people out there who they just see what they see on TV. They say, "Ooh, we could do that. We can get our own show." There is a lot of people out there. I ended up on TV by accident, actually. I mean, I wasn't really looking for it. Maybe not by accident completely, but I wasn't looking for it. I just kind of fell into it. And it's, as people know me, right? I mean, people who know me know